Howdy, yo. My name's Wyatt. Well, at least that's what I go by here on the internet. And welcome to Cowboy Whiskey Adventures. Now, I know there are a lot of other channels out there, and there are a lot of other people talking about whiskey. So why on earth would you want to watch a channel by somebody like me? I don't know. Maybe I got a different view than everybody else. So, a little bit about me. I live in Washington State, more specifically in Western Washington. So I like Eastern Washington, but I live in Western Washington. I am a prior military, and I have worked for over 20 plus years in law enforcement. So I have a little bit different view than some other people. Now, there are a ton of whiskeys in Kentucky, on the East Coast specifically, and not as many on the West Coast. So a lot of the things that are over there are a lot harder to get a hold of over here. So I kind of thought I would do something that Baker Drinks, or I think that's what it is. Yeah, Baker Drinks does. Now, I believe they're over here in Western Washington. And I just recently started watching their channel along with a lot of these others, like, Beyond the Road, The Bruzel, of course, The Average Drinker, Bourbon Junkies. Everybody knows about them, right? And that's kind of where I fell into the gap of like, well, these guys talk about a lot of different things. They talk about, okay, well, these are the cheap whiskeys. These are the, what they call the bottom shelf, the top shelf, and stuff like that. And a lot of people understand that, but if you're kind of like me and you drank beer most of your life, well, at least 50 plus years of it, then whiskey's something newer to you. So I kind of started looking around and trying to find things and just over here that I might like. And a lot of people have told me, well, if you drink whiskey, you gotta smoke a cigar too. Well, as a reformed smoker, I can't stand a cigarette. I can't stand a cigar. I hate pipe tobacco. So none of that really goes with me at all. So I know you don't inhale a cigar. I understand that. I found out the hard way, which was kind of funny, but that's a story for another time. But the reason why, to get back to why I think you might want to watch this channel here, is because I'm looking for whiskey here, more local, that could compare to some of the things over there on the eastern side of the United States. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be searching for not really a bourbon hunter, more of a whiskey wanderer, so to speak, looking around for different types of whiskey and bourbon and stuff that is easier to get over here on this side of the United States. The only problem that we run into here is that we have a liquor tax as well. So, which I think is outlandish. I don't understand why we have to have a whiskey tax. They tax everything else in this country. I mean, let's not get into that or anything political. I'm not going political, so don't turn it off. Let's not get into that, okay? We're here to talk about something that can make you forget about a long day at work, or if you're just having a good time with friends and things like that. So some of the local stuff that I found so far that I like, of course, I live really close to the Heritage Distillery, and I love the fact that they are honoring the military right now with a lot of their salute to service bottles and things that they have out. I know they got a D-Day collection that's coming out here really soon. They got a salute to the Special Forces that's out, and some of their bottles are really cool. So I actually found this bottle here. It's the Dual Barrel Collection from their Heritage Distillery. I'm getting ready to crack that open and give that thing a try. Something a little bit different. It's local. And one of the things that I thought was kind of cool about it is that it's finished in a vanilla roast barrel. Something different. Another one that I found that I actually invested in a little bit when they were on startup is the Skunk Brothers. Specifically, they have all kinds of stuff from cinnamon whiskey to apple pie brandy, their moonshine whiskey. I don't know if you can see it over here on the shelf, but I'm kind of a fan. Especially, this is called their Smoke Jumper Bourbon. It's got a dedication to the local firefighters or their smoke jumpers and things like that here. And I thought that was really cool that they're doing that. So the one that I got that I really like from them is their Whiskey Road Founders Club. Now, this is batch 1, barrel 1, bottle 205. So just another local bourbon / whiskey that I found that I think is pretty good. We just recently did, which if I don't have it up by the time this video goes live, I will have it up soon. We went to the Woodinville Whiskey Company and we got to do a distiller's pick at the end. And these guys, that's probably my favorite that I've found so far around here. Now, of course, I haven't cracked open the Heritage yet, but we dealt with a young man there named Marcus who gave us our tour and showed us everything. And I went with some friends and my wife, and we had a fantastic time. It was absolutely amazing. I didn't realize how much really goes into bourbon making, whiskey making, until I went and did my first tour. So it was actually a really good time. We got to talk about how they brought the grains in, where they source their grains from, and how it actually gets to their distillers and then to their fermenters. And just, man, if you have a chance, Woodinville, Washington, the Woodinville Whiskey Company, their tour is absolutely phenomenal. Ask for Marcus. That if you can get him as your tour guide, I might be a little biased because he was ours, but he was absolutely fantastic, and he treated us all, just like we were kings and queens. Absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, get some of that. There are a lot of different bourbons out there, a lot of different things that I've learned as far as like barrel picks and things like that, and allocated stuff that I had no idea about, things that I've learned from Bruzel specifically, because I started watching him more than anybody else. And then, of course, I got onto Patreon and found Bruzel and the Bourbon Junkies and Beyond the Row and Baker Drinks. Now, Baker Drinks, I know they're from Washington State, so I kind of key into their channel anytime they go live or anything like that. And I don't really say much because, like I said, I'm new. I'm doing this kind of for myself. And my wife encouraged me to put it out there because I do other things as well on Twitch. I have a live channel on Twitch, and I am a 50-year-old gamer as well. So if you know me, you know I go by Peak73 and the fantastic tagline of "We'll see you in the daylight." I'm going to be using that here on this channel as well because, hey, I patented it, so I can use it if I want to. But I got some Glencairns coming, some whiskey glasses that I had made. And I won't be selling any of this stuff unless I actually become somewhat popular, which I don't know if I will or not. But it's really not about that. It's more about me trying to find stuff and just sharing it with y'all. And messing with my editing and all that kind of stuff as I do it. So I'm really looking forward to this channel. I built my bar myself. Because you can't really have a whiskey channel without a bar, right? At least that's the way. I'll have guests and things like that, and we'll talk about different whiskeys and things that we like, as everyone does. And one of the things that I have to commend Beyond the Row about is this tasting wheel. So I was giving the gentleman on there a hard time about how in the heck did he get cotton candy and Laffy Taffy off of the smell. And I'm just like, I don't even get that. Well, his wife popped in along with a lot of other people that gave me a really hard time, which I totally expect and I welcome. Bring it. I don't care. I've only got one nerve left anyway, and it's going to take something a lot harder than harsh words to even get on it. But I didn't know there was such thing as a tasting wheel. I had no clue. Things that you learn from other channels, just so you can explore your palate, as they so call it, I guess. But I will be cracking open some of these here and just giving them a shot and give them a try. I don't drink a lot. I do try to do at least a pour every other day just to try to get my palate ready and stuff like that. But I've found a lot of different whiskeys that I like. Of course, Wild Turkey 101. I haven't tried the Eagle Rare because I can't find it. You know, the Yellowstone, the Woodford Reserve, Double Oaked. I like it a lot. The Old Forester 1910. I love that. Wild Turkey Rare Breed. I'm not a big fan of Pendleton though. A lot of people like that. For me personally, it's not really my thing. Not bad for mixers, which I will be doing some mixing too, because I like to think of myself as kind of a, shade tree bartender, so to speak. I love making drinks for friends and stuff like that. We get together, 3-4 times a year, and everybody makes their different cocktail or their different favorite drink, whether it be a summer drink, a fall drink, a spring drink, or a winter drink. And then we all kind of vote on it and see who has the best one. And I'll be sharing that with y'all as well. I'm really looking forward to this channel and everything that it brings. So if it's something that you think you might want to watch, now I'll try to put out at least one video a week. I can't promise any more than that because I still work 40 plus hours a week. And I'm going to until I get till I can retire and then maybe do this more full time. And I'll have my wife on here. I don't think she knows that yet, but I'll get her on here as well as some other coworkers and people that I work with at work. And we'll all talk about our favorite whiskeys and stuff like that. So maybe something on this channel will give you a different view as someone from my background can maybe help you find something that you like. And if not, I encourage you to go to any of those people that I mentioned before because they all have fantastic channels. My name's Wyatt. This is Cowboy Whiskey Adventures. Hey, and we'll see you in the daylight. Peace, my friends.